A good way to start a conversation or a common question on a job interview is, what are your hobbies? Going on a trip around the globe, a dream for many, a reality for far fewer people. But if you can send a friend my mail and let it have all the fun, well, for that there's toy voyagers. Send a toy to a country, ask the sender and receive pictures, keep a travelogue for both to write, wild imagination. Speaking of wild, do you have to do boring things in life, like cooking, doing dishes, washing and ironing your clothes? Well, that time is over, for one of those chores at least. In the UK, there's something as extreme ironing, bringing an iron and some clothing while rafting down a river, or while skydiving. Pretty extreme indeed. It's hard to come up with a truly unique tattoo, and for job interviews, it's often best to hide it. So, any solutions? There's a retired man in Taiwan who still practices his hobby. He paints tattoos on vehicles. Despite your age, you should always do what makes you happy in life, just like this man. You know those people who stand in the back of a news reporter, acting like they are? Well, some are dedicated to be on screen. This man's hobby is news bombing, meaning that he makes it his goal to always be visible on screen, in the background. Not appreciated by so many, just what he likes to do. His point? Proving that they only allow attractive people on screen. If you've reached the age to grow belly hair, chances are you're not thinking of keeping the hairs if you cut them off, right? I'd hear an "oh yes I would" if I asked it to this man. The year is 1984. Graham Barker decides to cut off his belly hair and to keep it, wrapped in paper. It now weighs 21.1 grams. Yep. This one was written on the resume. Think of it. How would you be as a recruiter reading this? Putting this does far more harm than good. If that's the start you're showing, what will it be with colleagues? Or even worse, with your boss? Yeah, bad idea. Yeah, this person has been binge watching Back to the Future. But if you can claim that this is your hobby, to time travel, why should anyone believe anything else this person says? Most would simply think that this person is out of his mind. Just don't write this thing on your resume. Don't make things up, ever, especially not time traveling. Well, I must admit, it's a pretty unusual hobby. This man's hobby is to play dead. Since 2005, Chuck Lamb, a 43-year-old man, has taken pictures and videos of him acting dead and reached millions of hits. One could easily wonder why he does it. Well, he always wanted to be in a movie or appear on TV. That's one way to do it, I guess. So, I'd like to know more about you. Tell me something about yourself, your hobbies. Well, I like to move. What would your reaction be? Exactly, you'd be out of that good mood. But it's the hobby of a 10-year-old kid, so that may change in the future. However, he did win $1,000 in a mooing contest against 80 participants. If you are feeling generous, you could take an example to this man. This man gives away $10 on a daily basis to a person he thinks could use it, but every day it's someone else. He talks to these people to hear their story and writes it in his blog. If he's rich? No, he gives away his savings and unemployment money.